So see what happens for me.
Yeah, we had a couple cars that have left and not yet rejoined.
Can we double negative that? And if I tell you you suck, then you go back around and race?
In a hypercar.
All right, are we good to move it on qualifying?
I think we should first try to get those cars rejoined.
Which ones?
The ones that aren't in.
Didn't we just lose Matt and Felipe?
Matt,
okay.
Felipe, Volter. I don't think David's come back yet.
Maybe he's fucking with me again, that's why.
Yeah, I don't think I can run today.
Yeah.
Like Caddy on the pit limiter sounds funny.
No. Yeah, that's gone. We've got a double pick now. Maybe we should send him a special version.
What's this? You have to stop the screen.
Nice to meet you through the server. Oh, 30.
You did?
What is it?
Yeah, there's 30 at the moment.
Damn,
31.
I've just seen your answer to my question, Walter.
31 now.
What's this?
Oh, yeah. Can be of help.
What? George is cheating already?
Testing a few things.
Somebody do something about this man.
Mike, it was just one of those important officials. It happens.
Yeah, George is moving up in the world this year, isn't he?
What's that?
Just making a
Why
joke
did-
about you moving up in the world.
I'm
You're an IMSA official now.
I flipped my sound
Ju-
25 XD.
Yep.
John,
Yeah, I had to
John
lower
Osborne's
mine
with
because I
you.
couldn't hear the cars before, so I'm actually at 60 on the onboards.
Just try to see. It doesn't seem that I only now I can hear what's going on the garage setup screen because before I could. The onboard sound seemed to be the same loudness.
Yeah, they'll be the same loudness, but the ratio between exterior and onboard will be different. So you only really know that when you're around other cars.
Damn, I got an all-timer lap. An all-timer lap going, ain't that some shit? Oh well.
You've got
Last
an
curve.
immigrant.
So we're having issues again.
Demir Magnus.
We're up to 34.
So I think NARS did 4.
Road of America.
One person having an
a
issue.
bit heavier now.
I had 30 somewhat.
Maybe the LMGT3s were a stabilized speed.
He's
It's egg.
A pro car.
Scar, the 963 sounds are fine. I don't know what somebody else is talking about. It's the BMW sounds fine.
Oh, so you can hear it.
Yeah, it's fine.
So it's not going to be correct, but it's going to be better.
Yeah, it's better than the last version where you couldn't hear the engine. I'll put up with a shitty BMW engine for now.
It's the same country of origin, at least. And BMW is actually its own country, company still, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't put the VW horn on that one. That's going for the 905, 904.
Which car are you working on, Ross?
He was talking to the other Ben.
I drove that once upon a time.
The Lambo's got some poke to it.
Yeah, like I said to you the other day, Mike, the cars are pretty different.
Are they? No, the 5 feels kind of the same for me. In fact, almost the exact same. It's fine by me.
Oh, it dropped a shit ton of weight. We were carrying a couple dead bodies in there.
Oh, sweet.
That's your usual Ferrari.
Oh, holy shit, what? Stop weaving on the banking, please. What the fuck?
I'd say he's gold, George.
What's that?
Okay. I'd say he's gold.
Yeah, based on Thursday, he's very fast.
Yeah, egg's pretty. Egg
Yeah, he was definitely gold pace on Thursday.
Yeah, even though he has that pace, he doesn't have enough races, therefore he doesn't get that classification.
He's climbing up the scale.
My rate does platinum.
Wait, we're doing 2x fuel today?
Sorry, Ryan.
It's okay.
Wait. I mean,
Yeah,
less per lap than Road America.
This is 2x fuel.
Yeah, but Road America is doing it. And that's...
Yeah, I know.
Road America's also lower track.
Yeah, fair.
Longer track, more to do, less time to twiddle your thumbs.
But 1.7 meters less. What? Going from a Persian number to a caddy number? No.
Persian number to a caddy number.
No,
Think
Porsche.
about it.
Porsche.
Ah, yeah.
I said the wrong P word.
Yeah.
I need to reset.
So who else are we waiting on? We having
Ross.
everybody?
My game just crashed, so I'm rejoining as well.
Hey George,
Yes.
looks like we're not going to quali yet. Can you undequeue me, please?
Okay. Can you pick also a hypercar, please? Class.
Who is?
You are.
You're showing up as a hypercar am.
What?
Okay.
Yeah,
It's
Ferrari,
early in the morning for
Ferrari.
John.
It is. This is West Coast bullshit.
Seriously, what is this nonsense?
It's like almost 2:30 for me.
Yeah,
I'm freaking racing in the middle of the night with you guys.
The way it should be, man. Sun's down, I've got energy, it's awesome.
I prefer the night races myself.
You're gonna make me do math, George.
This isn't really a hard tyre track, is it?
It's a soft
the red tyre walls match my... Ah.
You will have
It's
a
too
version.
fucking early.
You will have two versions of its car, one that matches each side.
47 laps. That's 12 laps. 12 lap stints.
Hey, Ross, are you able to switch between people while you're watching at the moment?
Hey, this car, I think the Chewbacca noise is just fine where it is right now.
Did I get it right?
I think so. I think it's...
Yay, Chewbacca.
Already.
Saying that makes up for me not getting those engine laps in, so that's great. That makes me happy.
Yeah, I mean, maybe just a little bit more, but I mean, it's... If we're not shooting it, I would say it's fine.
You mean a little bit more off the brake, or
A little bit earlier on the corner, so basically more...
off the brake? Alright, cool. That's easy. But you're basically activating it with your brake now. So,
yes.
so if you need it a little bit earlier, so 50% instead of 40%, that will make it happen. But there could also be a velocity thing that's stopping it, so we'll have a play. It's like Play-Doh, we can do whatever
We
we
just
want.
died in that BMW.
It's so hard to judge where those cheese cars are. Oh yeah.
Sorry, catch
Candy
me.
sticks everywhere.
Which section is?
Still practice. Still practice.
Give it like about 2 minutes, then we're gonna move into qualifying.
We split the qualifying, which is first.
Yeah, GT's
Yeah,
first. Yeah.
we had all three classes the other day.
Oh, George, introduce the LMGT class just for qualifying and then let everyone qualify at once and give them only 10
Oh, that was so good to try and
It
follow.
was so much fun.
It was so much fun following a LMP2 over a GT3. That's like following a Div 3 last year when you're in a Div 2. You're like, oh, this big boat's in my way. But LMP2, it's chase the little rabbit, go faster.
Even from exterior, right? You can hear it? And now you can hear it from the exterior too, I think. Yeah. Controversial opinion, I actually like the combustion.
I like it from it's going to stop track limits. I hate driving it.
Yeah, but no, I actually like it because it rewards the guy who has the
Accuracy?
the accuracy, and also the one who has the setup who is not basically doesn't reward loose setups, because if you get it wrong, you lose. Yeah.
You really have to get those fast dampers correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to make people very disciplined about going through it too, rather than trying to go through side by side or triples.
Well, if you set up your car correctly, you can do it, because you can trust it, go over the shit, and you have no problem.
Okay.
Matthew, you're so Canadian. You're too optimistic.
Yeah, no. As soon as people get
Well, it didn't say they won't try it. It's going to stop them.
George, can you set up my car properly then?
What is your car?
Aston GT3.
Oh, wait a minute. You're in GT3. I mean, you can eat curbs, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Everybody's here. So we have managed to get
I'm
in.
loading into the server.
Okay, I think you can still enter in qualifying, so I will move it.
Damn, George is really desperate to leave someone behind.
Well, Jerry just arrived.
Okay, so we're gonna move it to qualifying people.
No.
Okay, so GT3s go first in qualifying, and then we're gonna give them 10 minutes. With 11 minutes to go, the hypercars can start lining up, and then 10 minutes left on the clock when the GT3s have to finish their lap, and then the hypercars can go. Good luck.
Hey Ross, the Valkyrie don't have no graphics.
See the ground, Ross.
Can we go?
Also 10 minutes, I think that's the end of GT3 quali. Hypercars
Yes.
can go.
Yep. Right. So GT3s, please finish your lap. All right. Congratulations to Kirby, Daniel Kirby, with a new ride this year. The Cadillac, and wow, we passed a couple of hypercars, so quite qualified. Yours truly for the AMS, qualified it on wing 3. Okay, so Jero for the GT3 Pro, and then Adam for the GT3 AM polls. Congratulations. Couple of things here to get before we get started. Oops. Let me put my my favorites here. Okay. So welcome everybody. We have a couple of new faces here. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Obviously, this is a last-minute kind of test race prep where the team was working a lot hard this week, try to get a lot of those cars in with the updated sounds and a bunch of graphics and stuff. We had a little bit of a late start because of the bug on the Mercedes that we found. Thanks for everybody who reported it. So I hope you enjoy the season. Obviously, this is a race 1 month almost before, a couple of weeks actually, before we start the season. So obviously we start the season at Daytona, so that will be a good kind of test race as well. Different lengths and fuel loads, obviously, but it's at least it will give us a good indication going into the race. So the race length will be 90 minutes, this one, with live weather conditions. I checked last time, 0% chances of rain, for those of you worrying. Don't forget to remain on Discord for the race. Just be there listening. You don't have to transmit, but if you do, if there's any safety-related incidents or accidents or any problem, you can come in and just say it out on use push to talk or voice activation high enough to broadcast and say the safety concern. Let's otherwise keep the talking to a minimum. For the start, new for this year, we're doing a double file rolling start. So the caveat here is that we're not going when the leader goes, but when you cross the start-finish line. So we're going to be going double file, side by side, the entire racetrack, and then when the leader, when you cross that start-finish line, then you can accelerate and your race starts. The pace of the pack will be dictated by Daniel Kirby on the hypercars, and then by Jero Kaleya on the Porsche, on the GT3 side. Jero, you can live up to 10 car lengths from the last hypercar. If you want to have a gap, it's your right to do so as much as you want. For the rest of you, stay approximately 1 car length behind the car in front of you. Try to keep the distance consistent, no weaving or excessive braking. Remember, we're double file, so that's going to cause more concern. And the start line is the start-finish line. So when you cross that line, then you can start accelerating and your race can start. We don't have any passing prior to the start-finish line. We're gonna have an orange zone from the start of the race, or basically from start-finish line all the way to turn 6, which is the end of the infield. I remind that you can still pass under orange zone, but if there are any penalties or any concern or any issues, then are scrutinized heavier. I also remind that even if it is a test race, IRRs are still in effect, so people can still file an incident review if there is one. Blue flags, obviously big track with a lot of people. We're going to have blue flags, different classes. The driver does not have to get out of the way, but may not compete or obstruct the lapping car, and it's the responsibility for both cars for good driving behavior, but the lapping car is responsible for the clean pass. So a couple of places here to pass, obviously the banking, a couple of straights leading into the bus stop. Just for those of you that don't know, the slower cars are usually, the fast line or the racing line at Daytona is the bottom of the banking. If you didn't know and you were going up, well, newsflash, that's the fastest racing line. This is not NASCAR where you can run around continuously wide open throttle for a long time, that your outside becomes the fastest lane. You're only there for a shorter amount of times, so you cannot extract that much speed by staying out. So bottom line is the fastest line. So that's the racing line, and that's where the GTs are expected to be when there are hypercars passing them. So the hypercar, which is the faster car, can go around the GT on the outside of the banking. So basically, if you're slow, stay low. Kind of the idea. There are other places where it would be more sketchy to pass. So kind of like turn 4, the kink, the dog leg. Let's try to avoid passing there. Usually ends up in tears. You can make it work, but there are plenty of other opportunities. Track limits, I believe they are track police. We're going to be using this track for the upcoming race, so actually that would be a good test for us to see track limits. Don't try to exploit them, but if something happens and you go off track, it would be good to report on what are the track limits. Obviously, this is the 2025 layout of Daytona, fresh from the press. I know you, pretty much all of you don't like it, but that's reality. So there is a IMSA contact number that I have for race-related stuff. I can actually send it to you, so you can put your complaints there, as long with the Daytona International Speedway if you don't like them. So it is up to you to pit for fuel and tires. There is no obligatory pit stop. We have set for this year in the Modern Championship the pit speed limit to 60 kilometers an hour as per the rules in both WEC and IMSA. So a little bit different from last year, that it was track-to-track variant. So now you know if you want to be doing calculations on if it's worth on pitting or not. It's 60 kilometers an hour for the entire of the season. This is a long pit lane, obviously, so it's going to be more into effect. So in the case of an incident, please apply the golden rule and return the position to the driver you hit, also known as readdressing. If there are multiple cars involved or it's more complicated than that, you can file an IRR, and then the stewards will take a look at it and perform a review. If you have a serious issue and something happens or you disconnect, you can unplug, you can Control-Alt-Delete and kill R-Factor 2 and rejoin. You will be 2 laps down, but you can still come in and race for points. If you get a DQ for whatever reason, I cannot un-DQ you because I'm racing. And now I want us to go in and do a pit box check. So if you can all go out, request a pit stop, and park your car into your pit box so we can see if you're sharing. That would be appreciated. And any other questions I may take?
Can you deliver our complaint personally?
I can, but I don't think that this would be a good start.
No, I'm just joking,
Yeah.
dude.
I mean, if you give me one season, I already know some of those guys, but if you give me one season and I'm a little bit more senior, I'm pretty sure I can go talk to them in person.
Aren't you already pretty old? You said more senior.
More senior in my IMSA work career. By the way, I don't think that you can do anything about it because I think this is a quid pro quo from ACO basically, because a lot of the stuff are demanded by the ACO on the track limits and the track updates, and IMSA has been reluctant to do a lot of that stuff, but because they want the wind shear battle, so basically now
Oh, I see.
Hey, Mike. So what happened is that before you had the wind shear wind tunnel in Carolina, and then you had the Sauber wind tunnel to do homologation for hypercars. And Yes, we can hear you, Steve. Okay, sorry. So what happened was that we, as actor basically, managed this with the ground a lot of other manufacturers here was not the same. With the exception of but anyway, basically everybody wanted it to be the same, so IMSA won that kind of battle, and now Windshear is the only wind tunnel that the cars are going to be homologated. So from 2026 onwards, they're going to be having the same aero package across WEC and EMSA. So that was a big win for EMSA over ACO and the convergence. So now so there are a couple of things that are going to be sucking. So a lot of the tracks are going to get updated on track limits and on curbing. And the other thing is that you probably already saw the BOP is going to be the twin stage BOP in EMSA for the first time. That's a WEC thing. You know that over a certain power level they change the.
I think I prefer that over what IMSA's been doing, but I haven't been paying.
It is so complicated to calculate. I doubt they even actually know what they're doing because we cannot. We can't simulate all the scenarios, so we have no idea how that affects the car. So I'm pretty sure EMSA does it. EMSA knows that they don't want to do it, but WEC does, so that's what we're forcing it. I'm pretty sure ACO and FIA have no idea what they're doing.
You're saying the French are doing something they don't know what they're doing?
Oh,
Leave it.
Okay.
Are we all checked for pits?
Is anybody sharing?
I'm off.
Okay, alright, so if nobody's sharing, let's give you 3 minutes of practice and 5 minutes left in the session.
And I want to thank everybody for all the hard work they put into this mod. I know y'all are working really hard.
I have a little bit about the start. Is it single or double file? Sorry,
Double
missing
file.
when we are talking.
Double file.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, thanks whoever said the comment. It has been a very, very long 2-3 weeks almost, so I hope that this goes out smoothly.
3 weeks? It's been 4 months, George.
Well,
I have a
intense.
question.
Intense.
Ross.
I have a quick question. Can I leave and join the server? Because I
Yes.
have to this one.
You have 3 minutes.
Hey, Felipe got in.
George, girls confirm that we're letting the hypercars out the back go through.
Yes, if you can. Obviously, it's the responsibility of the car that is at the back to go through, but I thought that we didn't have any hypercars at the back of the pack.
We will now.
Yeah, but wait, there was new people joining right just now?
I believe so.
Yes.
Did you mention about Hypercars and LMGT3?
No, but I believe this should be common sense. If it is not, you can tap him, and then you can file on IRR as well.
We'd rather not resort to that.
Yeah, but yeah, please don't do it. Like if you pass a GT, don't cut back in front of it in the braking zone. If you're braking and you just made a pass, just stay on your line.
examining if it looks as good up close as it does far away. It does.
Oh, that's right. Mike's got a new computer.
Yeah, I can see nice things now. It's great.
My nice shiny red chrome.
He's lost a half second everywhere, but he can see things.
Driving frames is great. But no, like, all the other liveries, like, as good as I was sure that they looked last year, to me they all look like figure painting. And now it's like, damn, that looks cool as hell. It's great. I feel like this year in modern for me is going to definitely be a couple of steps back in pace because I'm just going around the track just looking fucking amazed at everything.
Wow, RF2 looks good.
It's like someone who just had like laser corrective surgery. It's like, damn, the world looks like this. This is great. It looks great.
Are you moving on from the 499, are we? Yeah, you can hear that pretty clearly. The broadcast should be pretty fun tonight. There's a little kinks in it, but it's vastly improved.
Who's going to be the one to make everybody think they've had a blowout on that?
in?
Woo! Fastest time in warm-up time, the best.
We got the guy that was
We do?
Moving into next session.
I've got that slow motion bug going through the bus stop. That's so awesome. Good luck, everyone.
Non-essential personnel leave the grid now.
Yeah, good luck.
Have a great race, everybody.
Good luck, guys.
Thanks, Ross.
Have you got the cheeses ready? I'm sliding down the.
There's some crabbing going on.
Yeah. Hold your brake. That helped.
Well, just don't shift into gear. Just leave it in neutral. It won't roll.
I didn't shift into
It's not rolling.
If you turn your wheel uphill, it stops sliding down.
The switch. Hilarious.
Oh god.
Nope, that's not worked for him.
See everyone in front of me vibrating.
Yeah.
Dan and Damir are rolling down this. Not anymore. You can't. The timer ran out.
Not anymore. No.
See if Jules is.
Yeah, looking good.
Scar, what was that, man? It's full on.
My wheel wasn't straight.
Oh, Damir rolled so far he got a drive-through.
Do we have to go back and warm up for someone?
I don't think so.
If he got a drive-through from rolling,
That'd be unfortunate.
Well, you did, but if one of the admins can clear that, I feel like that could be fair. Especially because it's at rolling lap speed.
Hey Ross, you're not driving. Thank you.
Yeah, Ross, can you like fix all the problems?
Hey Ross, can I get extra grip?
Can I get a panel back and someone tell me it's okay?
Can I get extra? Can I get to 10 litres in my car?
Ross, can you tell me you're proud of me?
Rob, can you tell me that you're proud of me, and can you not lie?
You're so athletic.
Your name is become an administrator.
Yeah.
That's a scary thing. Damir's gonna drive through.
Yeah. Damir.
No,
Damir. Damir, correct.
Sorry.
Scar, you need,
master.
Scar,
Yeah,
you
that's
need
great.
you need an upgrade file.
Yes.
Scar, you need to put an upgrade file into the sounds. You just call it Ross mode, where it's just like the same sounds but really quiet.
No, no,
Not for everybody.
you're not allowed to upgrade the
Really?
Yeah, they cut that out because they want to get rid of upgrades altogether.
That surprises me.
That's
Have you not? You are Factor 2, Mike. Well, yeah.
No,
Okay,
but
welcome.
like,
This is your
it's
first
such a
race at Daytona? Okay, cool.
It's such a
Look,
useful
we got the new
tool.
track. Look, it's all new.
What? If it's my first race, I don't know what the old track looks like. It's all new to me.
Hey, good luck, everybody. Come up the last curves.
Yeah, good luck, guys.
Hey, Scar, my car's pink.
My car is not animated.
Oh, where? Good fun, Merry Christmas.
first corner.
Turn 2. Corner inside.
George, why did you do a random drive-through in the middle of the race? Did you miss your pit box? You filthy cheat!
No, it was not a cheat.
Filthy cheat!
No, it was not a cheat. It was basically, I don't know, we have to see something about the track. He was trying to avoid a fish, I think, that he was spinning on the main straight. So I went into left down low, and I crossed the pit exit light from the banking.
Oh, you filthy cheat! That's highly unsafe.
I know, but it was either that or basically a car pileup of at least 7 cars. So I picked
You did the correct choice, yes, and you did get the correct penalty.
I don't know.
Unfortunate,
if
but
I don't know if IMSA would give you penalty for that in real life, though. If it is accident
true.
avoidance, you can.
But our factor would.
Yeah. No. If it is accident avoidance, they are pretty lean about it. Anyways, wow, we have a Toyota win in Daytona. It's splendid. Okay, so congratulations, Damir, on the hypercar, and then Jerry, given the circumstances of the stewards on me by default.
Congratulations for taking the win, Jerry.
Yeah, by default.
Yeah, by not being a filthy cheat.
Nothing about you being good or anything. By default.
And David, back into the winning ways, I guess. To Aston's in front.
It ran out of fuel.
And then who is this? Adam. On the AMS. So congratulations, everybody. Thanks for coming. We had a couple of. I've taken a couple of notes. So obviously you're free to share your notes if you want. The next one is the big one. Is the beginning. What is it? Should be February something. 1st of February. Okay, so we are. I don't know how many days that is, but it's 3 weeks from now. I think so. So 3 weeks from now, we're starting at Daytona. There's going to be a 2.4 hours and 1 X of fuel, so a little bit different scenario. Obviously, a full day-night cycle. So we'll look at the. I'll try to look at the data. Obviously, I don't know how much time I'm gonna have till the week before the race. But I'll try. At least the cherry pickers, the big stuff. And then obviously there are going to be updates before then. I think that's it from us from VWC. I think NARS, Matt, you have one more.
We have the BOP race this Thursday, and then we start with the PCCs the Thursday after.
Okay, so there you go, guys. So you have another track where you can get a little bit BOP more on those cars.
What track?
And after that, I believe Paul Ricard, right?
Yeah.
Yes, Paul Ricard. We're doing for the practice race.
Yep.
Oh, great bop track, miserable racetrack.
So yeah. So if I don't see you, then I will see you on the 1st of February. For anybody who's going down to Daytona, let me know. Obviously, it's going to be hard with my schedule, but if you're there early or during the week of the Roar, or the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday between the Roar and the race, give me a shout. Come over by the Acura trailers or the pit stands, one of the two, or just basically text me, and we'll figure it. We'll see each other out. Yeah. So if you're there, please come by. And then enjoy the race. And then we're gonna do our race the week after.
Hey, George.
Yes.
Observation.
Yes.
One of my pit stops, I stopped directly in front of the right fuel guy as has been suggested before, and they refused to fill the car. I had to back up and stop directly in front of a lollipop.
Well,
Same.
I had the same.
Really?
I have a theory about this, by the way. I think because of how wide these things are, maybe they don't quite all fit in the box.
Yeah, well,
No,
that's
they
why
fit.
it's kind
Because
of nice to
I
know where the box is.
Yeah,
They
so
fit.
in
You
the,
just have to be precise. They fit.
yeah,
Well,
but in this,
every track precise changes.
the box is, I believe, is an RF, like it's a standard size. Like sometimes it's close enough to the wall that like you can't go far enough over to make it double stacked. Like at Road America, if I'm remembering right.
Yes. Some tracks
but-
it's tight, but here it's fine. There's plenty of room.
Yeah, I appreciate that. That's not my point. My point is that at every track it seems to be different where the box is. I don't know whether they're the same size or not.
It's
But it
always
seems
the
to
same
be.
size. It's always the same size.
Then it
I
must
felt
be in
like
a different place.
So
I
do you
felt
have
like
screenshots of
when
of
I did
every
my
time
pit
you go
stop,
in?
I felt like I was pretty well oriented compared to what I usually pit, and it would not take service.
We're just giving you information, George.
So yeah, what you can do is you have to screenshot it to me. Like every time that you have this issue, so you have to go back on the replay and then take a bird's eye view and tell me,
okay,
this serviced me, this did not service me, and you
okay,
know, because we have the locations of the pit box, even if it's not gonna show on the replay,
yeah, well,
I guess.
yeah, that's fine. I'll do that. I'll send you a picture.
Yeah, so we can actually make sure as well.
Was that you, JT, that said you had the same problem?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
and that was
Carl
right in front
too.
of you.
So in this track, at least we have separate pit boxes, so you can park it in the middle. But
I was only sharing information. Ask
Yeah,
for
yeah,
information.
He's not accusing you of anything.
I have an observation to make. My pit stall was about the third or fourth when you first come in, and twice out of three times I had to wait for the drivers to pass me as they come in because they were running down the inside tight to the cars instead of being over on the fast lane. So I had to wait for them to pass me.
Yeah, follow that. Just follow
that's an
that.
error. Yeah, that's an illegal pit entry, pit.
Yeah, I've seen
pit
people
road.
widely all over the board with regards to staying in the fast lane or just tootling down the middle, and then there were some people that were hugging right, like immediately to the side of the pit boxes.
Yeah,
You
and
mean
that's why I
crossing
ended up
over
having to
pit
wait.
boxes?
Also, did it
I'm
say
back.
anywhere, like, did you have to run in the quote-unquote fast lane all the way to the end and then turn, or could you cut across earlier?
So the
'Cause,
correct,
like,
the
pretty
correct
pretty
way
much
to do it-
everyone I saw cut across earlier.
And
Yes,
what
the
about
correct
that bit on the
Right.
other side of that white line? Because it's a white line
that-
and a big triangle.
No, that's reserved for George. It's George's special place.
So the correct way is you stay on the right side of the dashed line as the fast line, and then when you transition, you can actually come down onto the lane after. So having the crossed line on your right side, basically the dashed line on your right side, so that is the transition lane, and then you come into the pit box. I think in IMSA you're allowed to cross two people's boxes if you
Yeah.
want. You can cross basically over, if they are not occupied, you can cross two people's pit boxes.
What about if your pit box is one of the first five? Do you still have to use the fast lane, or can you sort of stick over to the left if there's no one in the way?
So the rules say that you have to be in the fast lane and then you come to the transition lane, but IMSA has not enforced it traditionally that. So basically, if you are early in the pit box, you can come like in the middle of the pit entry, stay there and then basically like transition. It depends on if you have cars or not. So if it is completely empty, there more leeway on it. If you see cars stopped and then you you go by them and then they cannot get out, yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, what happened to me tonight was I was in one of the early bays, but when going into the pit lane, someone decided to stuff it up the inside of me, and I had to slowly crab across and get hit by them to get into my pit stop. They were like, we left corner.
They hit you while you were stationary?
No, he hit me while I was moving towards the pit lane. We both got to the line at a similar time, but they were still behind me. So it was a rear left corner damage that I got trying to get to my pit lane because they stayed over to the left and then kept going to the left. Can't remember who that was.
Jeez.
Yeah.
It's a
But
freaking.
It might be worthwhile.
I think it was the Golf liveried Aston Martin, whoever that was. It might have been a few of them.
It's worth putting into the briefing.
It's a freaking
Yeah,
pit lane. It's not that hard. I don't know what all this. Why so many people have so many
No,
problems.
but you know, people come in from iRacing and skittle everyone.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's just season.
It just happens. At
Just
the start of the
you
season.
know that you need to observe proper pit lane discipline.
How the fuck did this
BMW GT3?
I was gonna ask who was driving that car.
Yeah.
There was
you're
someone on
talking about
the Xbox
BMW
controller.
GT3?
I think that West Side is better. I think the West Side.
It's the new guy, wasn't it?
This yeah, you're talking about Avenis, right? Like the BMW GT3?
I don't know.
Yeah, so
I don't know.
He's dangerous.
I need to talk to John about we need to talk about this because there were several instances of like it's not just spatial awareness. It's like
He can't actually keep the car going in a straight line. I
no,
believe he's
you're
on a
talking
control
about-
pad or something.
You're
'cause
talking
he's-
about race control. You're talking about a car control. I'm talking about
Yeah, his car control
I'm
isn't
talking about
there.
etiquette on the racetrack. Like when you're slow or you're trying to come off, you don't cross the racetrack. When you have spun, you don't reverse back into the racing line, and when you have spun facing the oncoming traffic, you don't accelerate.
George, it's
this is
racing
basics.
etiquette. Racing etiquette doesn't even come to play. He can't hold the car in a straight line. Forget etiquette. He can't control the car in a straight line.
He's on a controller.
He's using he texted Ross. He's using a wheel and pedal from like 1999 with no force feedback.
Shit.
Oh, right.
I
He's
mean,
got no. He's got a really big dead zone as well. That explains why he's got weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's using
What
like
are we talking about?
he's using like a like one of those wheels I bought from Comp USA back in 1998.
Mad cats.
Yeah.
So did
Man, you should comp
did everybody
USA.
had issues with him?
Yeah.
Which
like,
car are we talking about?
BMW GT3, Steve.
Yeah, I
black
did on
BMW.
my hot lap. He just slammed his brakes in front of me, which
I don't know
destroyed
if I ever
my.
passed him.
Black and white.
So across
Yeah,
the
I
board,
passed
Lewis
him
and
twice,
Hypercars
and
all
he
had
was very
problems.
erratic.
Okay.
I had
Okay,
no
so-
issues when I was passing him.
So
Yeah, I was
'Cause he
gonna
was
say
off track.
I had no issues passing him because he would run wide, and I predicted he'd run wide.
Yeah.
I watched him during qualifying, and I figured out
No,
his
the-
movements.
no, the
He-
problem is when you pass him on the banking, he doesn't stay in a straight line.
Oh yeah, he's got no ability to stay in a straight line. That is completely true. But
I think
through the
what I
infield,
s-
he was predictable.
What I saw on the banking was that he would he kept clipping the apron, like he's trying to run down low where you in air quotes should run, and he's just clipping the apron just a bunch, just making him wobble around like crazy. But also, like I could point you a good half dozen GTs that were wobbling around on the banking. I mean, none that were an issue because you could see it coming, but
No, this wasn't wobbling. This was like veering across the banking. Because he has no force feedback, so he has he has no resistance to the wheel, so he's just doing whatever the hell his wheel's doing.
Just having no force feedback doesn't like cause that. Like I can turn my force feedback off and not do that.
Okay, so on the damage, George, the HDVs are fine. I'm in single player, so it might have been a server setting. I don't know if damage was
For what?
turned.
Damage
Nope.
was definitely turned on.
No, but nobody could get repairs.
Oh.
Like I had dark blue damage, and the repair never came up.
Oh, yeah,
I wouldn't have repaired it anyway, but I didn't get the option.
Yeah, I never had the option to repair.
Because I'm
in
a
single
dumbass
player.
and I ran it into the wall going into the bus stop because
I'm
I
in single
forgot
player
how
now.
wide the caddy was.
and it's working, so I think it might be something on the server or the track. I don't know.
Track wouldn't cause
I
that. Like
Yeah, but you cannot force no repairs on the server side, can you? I don't know.
you should no, you should. It
if you had-
shouldn't be possible.
If damage was turned down to 0%, you could still get
But
the
it wasn't.
colors.
But it's not.
No, it
So
wasn't
I
turned
wonder
down
if
to
it was
0.
all. I wonder if it was all aerodynamic, like you know,
Could
like
be.
kind of filters that you don't.
Yeah, they were like
not
I
big
only had
damage.
small. Yeah, I didn't have any suspension damage.
They still use. Well, hang on. I'll just settle this right now. I'll just go and plow
Yeah,
it straight
jump
into the wall and
yeah.
see if it works.
Jump back on the server, Mike, and try.
Well,
it.
I never left.
Oh, you never left. Okay.
Here we
Whilst
go.
we're talking about
Ready?
Damage as well. One thing I noticed: a slight tap on the Porsche would knock the steering off.
I know I'm being George, but I'm doing this for the name of science.
The name of science.
Ready, Ross? Ross, look. I got my stock of damage NA. Okay. Well, no, because you only need to see if it's selectable, and you'll be able to find out if it's selectable when I do this. Okay, that works.
I just hit the wall and I can select repair.
So just if you can't fix your car, go and hit the wall harder.
Harder, yes. That's the solution.
Means that it's not big enough to basically.
Hey, you know what we've done here? We've
you gotta
created
hit it on the
LMU
other
because that
side.
happens in that too.
Hang on. I need to compile more testing. I need a slightly less hard hit. I done do.
So I think if you just I guess the threshold for aero damage is higher.
Well,
than
no,
what
I
we
mean,
thought.
I'll break the suspension. Or I'll do something that should break the suspension.
Because I was down about 2.5
KPA. Yeah, I got that there. Look, see.
No shit, they had this bug, this exact same thing going on in LMU for like 6 months last year.
Just for the avoidance of all doubt, just in case it's not some weird Ferrari problem. Well, I couldn't repair in the caddy, but oh my god, look, this load cam's lovely.
You found a new car.
This is a Ferrari. It goes nyum. Car does that. Okay, ready? Damage.
Well, without having a
I mean,
clutch,
that
you
seems
can't
fairly
get it
conclusive,
rolling.
Auto clutch is really intrusive.
Are you doing
Dude, you lost the wheel too.